This week on ETalk, our show goes to the dogs. Kerry shares some delicious dip recipes, and a special guest serenades us. All that and more, only on ETalk.
Hey everyone, welcome back to ETalk, where we bring you everything from LA to Elon. I'm Kerry with here my fellow co-host Jordan. Virginia and Emily aren't here this week, but the two of us have some great topics to discuss and some yummy snacks to munch on. So let's get started. So this week, we asked our fans a question: if they could talk to Leo Lambert and ask him one thing, what would they ask him? Take a look. So now that we've heard from the fans, what would you ask Leo, Jordan?
I think I would either ask him what's the one thing that he wants to change about Elon University the most, or the biggest change that he's seen since he's been here. Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you think you'd ask?
You know, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I feel like if I was in his presence, first of all, I would be so starstruck that I wouldn't be able to come up with something. I think Leo is, I'm not kidding, a celebrity on campus. I see him and I'm like, but
Wait, sorry, can you do that again?
Leo. Seriously though, and especially when he's in that long golf cart, you know what I'm talking about? Anyway.
The Leo limo. Yep,
Enough
that's what
about
we call
that.
it.
I think I would ask him, I feel like there's so much change going on campus. What is his end game? Like, what is his end vision? Obviously, they're doing a lot of construction and they're adding new students every year. And I kind of want to know, in 10 years, what is this school going to look like?
Yeah,
because this looks nothing like it was like when I was a freshman.
I know. I mean, and I think that's a really good question because I'm really nervous about coming back to school in, like 5 years and not knowing, where anything is because everything's going to change.
Where I lived freshman year is gone, so it was knocked down. Well, here I can't stop staring at them. As you can see, we have some cakes from Just Dessert, which is a bakery that just opened. It's on South Church Street. We have two flavors here. One is strawberry, right?
Yeah, strawberry and what was it? It was
tantalizing chocolate or chocolate
seduction. Yes,
chocolate seduction,
so
which I am going to dig into that. I cannot help myself. Let me just.
I do not like chocolate.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have to see if I like it first. Okay, then you owe me some of your strawberry then.
All right. Chocolate lovers, aka anyone but Jordan, the chocolate is awesome.
There you go.
It is definitely chocolate seduction. Let me tell you, it is seducing me as we double frosting. So moist.
No, okay, you owe me this one right here.
So moist. All right, that's the strawberry. Looks like. Wait, I just gotta take a little moment from that chocolate. All right.
Okay.
Looks like it's got vanilla icing.
Honey, I didn't even stop to look.
Oh, and we've got some real strawberries in here.
And it's really moist.
Yeah.
Really moist. I personally did not think the chocolate was that moist, but strawberry is pretty good.
Both are awesome. Wow. Wow.
Well, thank you, Just Dessert.
Thank you to whoever brought those out here. That was amazing. Another place I want to bring up that has just as great of a sweet fix. This morning, I was in my car driving through Starbucks, and right across from you, when you're in that drive-through lane on Hoffman Mill Road, you can see Donut World has just opened.
I've actually seen that.
And I was in my car, and I saw the sign, grand opening. So I just went right across Hoffman Mill, went in, and let me tell you, everyone needs to visit this place. The donuts are unreal, and everything is unbelievably cheap. Like, the donuts are 85 cents, which is less than everything else, okay? And the coffee, I wanted to return my Starbucks and go get my coffee there because that's also a great bargain. Everyone there is so nice. You can tell that they're definitely looking to expand. They have an ice cream counter. I mean,
ice cream and donuts. Sounds like a dangerous combination.
It was, but I got this. It was a chocolate chip donut. And it's not just any donut. I mean, donut, this big, size of your face. I mean,
Okay, well, I have one question because I am a huge NC Jelly Donuts fan. So have you tried NC Jelly Donuts?
No, I have not.
Well, see, then you can't really have an opinion because that is
I have
the best.
tried Dunkin' Donuts. I've tried Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, this place is the bomb.
Okay, I'll definitely have to check that out. But something else that's going on in the Elon community is actually something that's going on with Nicole Denian. She is a soccer player here on the women's soccer team. She actually just last year got to be named the 2013 SoCon Player of the Year.
Good
so really big deal. But right now, she's kind of going through some turmoil. She was just diagnosed with bone cancer, which is a really sad part of this story, but the really positive thing is the Elon community. Her whole entire soccer team got together and they started a GoFundMe account. So their original goal was to raise about $20,000. They surpassed that, and so then they changed their goal to $25,000.
That's amazing.
Surpassed that. $30,000 right now, and they're
That
trying
is
to get to
amazing.
$35,000 just so that she can, feel comfortable in her home and have all of her doctor's bills paid off. Wonderful Elon community story.
I know, that is so heartwarming, and I've noticed they've done a lot on social media. I was on Facebook the other night and saw this story from her teammates posting it and people sharing it and things on Twitter, and I think it's so amazing to know at Elon we have such a supportive community if anything ever happened, God forbid, but good luck to her, and I know she will get better. Another thing, I was just talking a little bit about social media there. Today is Twitter's 8th birthday, everyone. Happy birthday to Twitter.
Happy birthday, Twitter.
How weird is that, though? I feel like technically I did actually just open a Twitter account. I'm a little behind, but I feel like it just started like 2 or 3 years ago. Right.
8th birthday.
8th birthday, and I feel like I remember I really started getting into Twitter 4 years ago when we were freshmen in college, and I thought, this is never going to catch on. Like, I just didn't understand. I was like, a tweet. I saw that Ellen DeGeneres like posted what her first tweet ever was, and she was like, this is a we're tweeting, whatever. Like, I was making a joke about it because no one really understood, and now it has become just as much a part of our lives as Facebook did, and I can't imagine what we would do without it.
I know. I mean, now I'm kind of hooked onto it. But something else that's kind of going around all the social media sites is Westboro Baptist Church, again, unfortunately. So they're back in the news because now they want to boycott Lord's concert in Kansas City.
Gosh, I think they're just running out of things to boycott.
Right?
At this
Okay,
point.
wait. Just listen to this. This is what they said. New Zealand came forth with a young lassie that doesn't have enough sense to put in a thimble. What does that mean? Anyone
Well, I feel
know?
like a lot more people like Lord than I do Westboro Baptist Church. So
Yeah.
burn. I don't know. I just think on a serious note, I think they're absolutely terrible. And I mean, it's sad because we almost just laugh at them at this point and ignore them. But we shouldn't. We should be more against them and like whatever. But at this point, what can you do?
Well, see, that's a really good question because Lorde is now tweeting to her fans, and she's saying that they should all dress in rainbow colors for her concert and go up to Westboro Baptist Church and just give them wet kisses.
Oh, well, something a little lighter is there's a dog in China that just sold for $2 million, which is, I think, outrageous. We're going to be talking a little bit about dogs a little bit later in the show, and I have never been a big animal lover. But when I saw, I know you don't like the chocolate. I'm a little bit less
we're both weird, right?
Animal lover.
Okay.
But I couldn't believe this. It was a Tibetan Mastiff, and I knew that purebred dogs are kind of more expensive and everything. But $2 million, can you imagine?
I mean, it's crazy. I was reading about these dogs. First off, they look like bears.
Yeah,
look
they're
like
huge.
they're huge.
I would say they're this size.
And they're said to have lion's blood in them. Don't quite know
guess
how
they're a
that's
strong
possible. But yes, they're like a status symbol in China. But I mean, I don't care how rich I get. I would never spend $2 million on an animal.
I know, it's funny, in China that big dog is the status symbol, whereas here with all of our actresses, it's the small dog in the purse. So
Weird things that are happening there. So something else that's kind of just an interesting story. Emma Stone recently got a message from Mel B. For those that don't know, she was part of the Spice Girls. And she was so excited that she just started crying. She was like, I can't believe Mel B is talking to me. I can't believe I'm talking to a Spice Girl. Interesting. But what celebrity would bring you to tears?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one. There's so many. I think alive would be Kerry Underwood. I absolutely love her. I followed her through American Idol. I follow her today. I think she's absolutely flawless. But if I could go back and meet a celebrity who has died, it would be Michael Jackson. I know that's a little weird, but I grew up with him
me too.
so much. Like, I absolutely loved him. My mom was obsessed. When he died, I was absolutely sobbing. Obviously, there are some of his social issues aside, but I think he was such an amazing artist. I cried the whole way through This Is It, his IMAX video. I mean, I think he's just an amazing musician. So what about you?
I thought that I was a fan, but I would definitely not cry over Michael Jackson. But I would, of course, freak out if I met Beyonce. I went to her concert over the summer in D.C., and I cried at her concert. And I didn't even get the chance to meet her. I just thought she was amazing. So.
Well, before we wrap it up here, I wanted to say that this past week or so, we've had the worst weather at Elon. It has been just a polar ice storm at Elon, which is so weird because I moved to North Carolina to get away from that.
Me too.
But I mean, we've had trees go through buildings. We've had ice over our parking lots. We've had so many days off. But thank God this week we're kind of starting to poke through with the spring weather a little bit.
The skirt.
Yeah, I know. You look great.
Oh,
and
thank you.
I just have so much to look forward to this spring. We're both seniors about to graduate. And I just want to talk a little bit about what Elon traditions and events we're looking forward to before we graduate. I know for me, it's probably Greek Week dance. I think that's like the biggest thing that I'm looking forward to. What about you?
I am definitely looking forward to Festivus, which is really weird to think about because I don't really like to get dirty, but really, really great event.
Well, freshmen, this is your first Festivus, so get ready for that. But don't go anywhere. Up next, I give Jordan a cooking lesson on some fun and creative dips to make for any occasion in your own college dorm or home. All of that when we get back.
With spring finally here, we're all in the party mood. Today, Kerry is going to share with me a few of her fabulous dip recipes to keep your hungry guests satisfied throughout your get-together. So, Kerry, what do you have for us today?
Well, today I'm going to make 3 different dips. Well, the first one is we're going to start with an avocado ranch dip, which is kind of like a guacamole, but a little bit easier to make in your dorm room. So, Jordan, I'm going to have you, you're going to be our professional stirrer
put me to
today.
work. Put me to work.
So first what you got to do is start with 1 avocado, cut it in half, very easy, just go right around. Of course, at home, knife skills are important. Do not hurt yourself. Just go all the way around here.
Maybe at home you can put it on a surface, not cut it while it's in your hand.
When you're a professional like me, you can easily do it. All right. When you cut it all the way around, just slide it on off, and you can see that it's like that.
Perfect.
Whenever you're making guacamole or anything else with avocado, it's easy to just cut it right inside of the avocado like that, and then it'll come right out.
Then you don't have to deal with trying to take off the skin.
Yeah, and
all
you don't
that
even
stuff.
have to really do as much mashing once you get in here. So Jordan, I'm going to squeeze these in here, and once I'm done, you can start stirring around and trying to get those into
so easy
smooth
to squeeze this out.
consistency.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to get the other one going here. Another trick with avocado is if you just put your knife in the seed, you can twist it right on out. Whoop! There it goes. I feel like Julia Child here. And then again, just cut it up inside of the skin.
And just mash it like this,
Yep,
correct?
just keep on mashing, keep on
Wonderful.
mashing. All right, I'm gonna do another one here. Oh, I love avocado. Oh, gosh.
They're a superfood, right?
They're superfood, and they're usually about $1 each, so not expensive at all. All right, to this is what's gonna make this really creamy. I'm gonna add a cup of sour cream, okay? So you can just
that's gonna help with the stirring
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
that'll help it a little more creamy. This gives it a little bit more of a creamy and smooth taste than guacamole. So just keep on stirring there. All right. Next, we'll put that in there. Oh, messy. All right, next, juice of 1 lime. All you gotta do, rub it up, get the juices flowing.
Wow.
That looks good, Jordan.
I feel like I'm working with a professional here.
I've always really liked cooking.
What got you into it?
I think my mom and both of my grandmothers are great cooks, and they taught me, and I've always really been into it, and I love just following along and sitting up at the bar in the kitchen and watching them. So that's how I kind of started. All right, so just squeeze both halves of your lime in there. Oh, this looks awesome.
Oh wait, it's so easy to mix once all the mixtures come in. It's very easy.
Yep. All right, just keep on squeezing. All right, the next thing that adds the ranch flavor is a little ranch dressing mix. You do not want to use regular ranch dressing because that'll make it too wet, and you've already got the sour cream in there.
Yeah, it is pretty liquidy.
Too much. So you want to go for around 2 tablespoons of the mix, okay? And that's easy to find right by the actual salad dressing in your grocery store. And then this is kind of to taste, usually around 2 tablespoons, but you can just keep tasting, adding a little bit more as you go, whatever you like. You'll see with all my recipes, it's not exact measurements, you know, it's kind of just
go with the flow.
Taste and then add a little bit more, go with the flow. All really easy. Whoop! All right, and the last thing here is cilantro.
Ooh.
Another really cheap and easy ingredient. You can find this in the produce section. And all you gotta do is from your little bunch of cilantro that you get at the store is just pinch a few leaves off and add it in.
I love this because I could just see, you know, any underclassmen doing this in their dorm room.
Yeah, it's so
All
easy.
they need is a fork, a bowl, and a couple of ingredients.
All right, well now that's done for the first one. So look at this, everyone. Bright green, looks super healthy and easier, so much easier than
And it smells
regular guacamole. So let's give it a little
smells
taste.
so good.
It's great with tortilla chips. So
And it looks
Jordan, I heard
yummy.
that you're allergic
I
to
am
avocado.
allergic, and you know it's sad because I love avocados. My first time trying it, I realized I was allergic,
Oh,
but
that
it's
is
good.
amazing.
Oh,
All right, we
I
gotta
wish I
move
could
on to
try
the
it.
next one.
Yep.
Oh wow.
So what is in this one? This looks more like a dessert type of
Yep.
dip.
This is a little different end of the spectrum here.
Okay.
Dessert, cookie dough dip. Yes, that is a real thing.
That sounds so good.
Before we got to the show today, I started with the base. Now this is
Okay.
gonna scare you, but trust me on this.
Okay, what's in it?
This is white beans puree. What you do is you get 1 can of chickpeas or white beans or any type of like cannellini bean, put it in the blender with about 1/4 cup of whole milk, or you could use half and half, you
Yeah.
could use skim milk, whatever you wanna do. Sometimes I even use a little bit of coffee creamer, just 'cause
Okay,
it adds a little
okay.
more sweetness, gives
I
it a little
would-
more cookie taste.
I would never think of using that with
Yep.
chocolate.
Yeah, I know, but wait, it
Okay,
gets
I'm
transformed.
excited, I'm
So I got
excited.
that here. All right, you're gonna be my stir again, Jordan, but first,
Jeez, gonna work my arm. Should I do it with the other arm so I
Yeah,
can,
okay,
you know,
well,
be
first,
even?
you're gonna add a little bit of peanut butter, so if you give me that, and just about a scoop or so, you know, again, no real recipe, but I usually go for around 3 tablespoons. If you really like the peanut butter taste, you can do a little bit more. If you don't, you can do a little less. If you're allergic to peanuts, you can use any other nut butter. Anything is fine.
Okay.
All right, so just start stirring that around.
Ugh,
Yummy.
peanut butter is like my favorite thing to put on everything, so I already know that I'm going to love this.
All right, next, you just do a few
smells
drops of vanilla. Again, just eyeball it. A few drops is good. About a teaspoon in the real world, but in your college dorm, just do a little sprinkle.
It's all about the tasting.
Yep. Then you want to do about 3 tablespoons of oats. You can get rolled oats, steel cut oats. I actually like to use a little bit of microwavable oatmeal because it's already sweetened a little bit,
Okay,
gives it
okay.
more of a sweet flavor, but
Yeah.
you can really add whatever you want. The recipe can also use flaxseed, just any kind of grain that you can add in there.
And this is already smelling so
Smells like
good.
cookie dough already.
Yes, I'm excited for the chocolate
All right,
chips.
then you add a little bit of sugar. I use brown sugar, but again, with this recipe, you can kind of substitute around to make it a little healthier. You can use agave nectar, you can use regular sugar, you can use Splenda. So I go for around 1 tablespoon. Okay, mix that in. And then last but not least, we're gonna put our nuts and chocolate chips.
Okay, so tell me, why do you prefer to use brown sugar?
Brown sugar, I think, just more flavor.
Okay.
When I'm making this, you know, I'm not really caring about the health benefits.
No.
So I just go all out. So we've got our walnuts in there
Oh my goodness.
and a little sprinkling of chocolate chips. Stir that around. Again, in terms of the nuts and chocolate chips, do what you like. Put in whatever you want. You can, any type of chocolate chip, white chocolate chip, whatever you want to
I feel
add.
like this is just
All
this
right.
could be just a fun thing to just make with your friends. You can make the best dip recipe
Yep.
using all
and
different types.
and don't tell them that it has beans in it because don't tell them it's healthy, you know. All right, well, I serve this with graham crackers. So Jordan, once you got that stirred around, dig in, tell me how it is.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Oh, it smells awesome.
Let me see.
Oh, Would you know if there's beans in there?
But
Exactly.
I'm gonna get this recipe from you afterwards.
It's like
Sorry, I'm
cookie dough
double
without
dipping.
the egg, so it's great. The last thing I
This is
have
good.
here,
Yeah, what is this?
oh man, buffalo chicken
I'll
dip.
come back for some more of that.
I brought this
buffalo
in already
chicken.
prepared today because it's hot, but this is something that's really easy, and I've been seeing it's kind of a trend around the party scene these days. All you gotta do, it's so easy. Take 1 block of cream cheese, spread it around the bottom of your pan.
Okay, what's next?
This is, again, kind of gross, but don't tell anyone. A can of chicken. Instead of a can of tuna, they have canned chicken.
It
And
makes me a little nervous.
the reason you use it is because it's very juicy and it doesn't dry out in here. So you just add your can of chicken on top, then you drizzle a little buffalo sauce, drizzle a little ranch dressing, and cover it in cheese.
Yeah, because I'm
Put it
looking
in the
at it, it
oven
looks
at
like mac and
350.
cheese.
And then just watch it until the cheese melts, and it's awesome. It's absolutely addicting. Every party I've taken it to, they just gobble it right up. Again, you can serve it with Tostitos or pieces of bread, and it is unreal. I know that our camera crew back there is dying to get a little bite of this.
I am failing at trying to grab some right now.
It's a little
But
thick, but
okay,
it's so
wait,
good.
I finally got some.
Definitely
wow.
has a little kick, you know.
Yes.
Buffalo chicken.
This is great. Kerry, thank you so much for sharing these easy and delicious dip recipes. Sorry, I just can't help chewing them on him. Next up, I talk pets on campus with a very special friend of mine. welcome back to ETalk. Today we're talking pets, and I'd like to introduce you to my furry friend, Penny. Having pets in college can be a real challenge, but as a pet owner, I know it can also be very rewarding. I'm here with Mackenzie and her very excited puppy, Bella, and we're going to tell you guys tips for pet ownership in college. It's going to be a little bit of a noisy block. So how are you doing today?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just want to talk about what are some of the best parts of having a dog in college?
I'd say probably the best part is just always having her to come back to, and she's always so excited, and it makes it a lot easier that in college there's always people who are excited to take care of pets and walk her, so
right.
I always have a lot of help with her, which is nice. So.
Yes, that's definitely been the best thing. My roommate has been my savior, especially if I'm in class all day and I can't take Penny out. Always helpful to have her there. What would you say is one of the hardest things about having a pet?
The hardest part is I mean, sometimes I feel like I have a kid. It's just always something that you need to think about, and I always have to make sure I stop home before I go anywhere. And especially on the college campus, I get nervous about, there's just always so many people around, and she gets very excited very easily, as you can tell. So, but for the most part, it's been okay.
Yeah. I would say that for me, one of the biggest tips I could give someone is just to make sure that they save money beforehand and not rush into it. Mainly just because having a pet costs a lot of money. You have to take them to the vet, you have to take them to get their shots, etc. And there's always emergencies, so that's something to always think about.
I definitely agree. It ends up being a lot more expensive than you initially realize.
Yep, I definitely agree with that. So what are some of the worst things or some of the most surprising things that have come about from having a dog?
Most surprising, the potty training was a lot more difficult than I originally thought. And so God bless my roommates. They have been very understanding. And they're excited to have her around, which is great. But it can be annoying. You know, she's a little bit of a slow learner. And so
but that's okay. She'll learn eventually.
Yeah, she's figuring it out.
Yeah, that's what I thought with Penny at first. And she's calmed down a little bit. Well, she's always been kind of calm, but she is now fully potty trained. So you'll get there. You'll get there eventually. But if you could give another tip to someone that is thinking about getting a dog or any type of animal, do you have anything else for them?
I would say probably the most important thing is to just make sure that you have the time to take care of them. It's a lot more time consuming than you realize. And even though there's so many people who are always willing to help here, which is so great, you always feel bad when you have to leave your pet, and if you have to do it too much, then it gets hard. So I would just say making sure that you're ready to make that time commitment.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. It has made me so much more responsible because when I go to class, I'm thinking, hey, when can I go home? Oh, hi. When can I go home and take care of Penny? So I think that both Bella and Penny appreciate all of our hard work, but I want to thank you so much and thank Bella for coming here and joining me and Penny and sharing some great tips with our viewers.
We're happy to be here.
Yep.
Thank you.
But that looks like all the time we have left, but don't go anywhere just yet because when we come back, we have a very special musical performance by Elon Sara Boyk. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the show. I'm here with a very talented Sarah Boyk, who will be performing for us later. But before we have the big performance, Sarah, how about you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a junior here, and I'm studying Human Service Studies and minor in Middle Eastern Studies and Psychology.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your sound. What do you play? What got you into music?
I guess I would describe my sound as kind of indie, folk, alternative type of thing.
Cool.
And sorry, what else?
Do you play guitar, piano?
Yeah. I play guitar and piano, and I
Wow.
used to play violin, but not so much anymore.
Nice, nice. Now, if you had to, compare yourself to a celebrity singer, who would you say that you're most like?
I don't know. I hear a lot like Florence and the Machine, and that type.
I
of
listened to
sound.
your some of your music on your Facebook page, and I thought maybe a little Lana Del Rey, who I
really?
personally really like,
She is amazing.
and a little Kobe Calais, maybe.
Okay.
I really
like
like
both of them.
Yeah, I would
Thank
highly
you.
recommend going to Sarah's Facebook site and really checking out. She has a lot of covers, but you also write a lot of your own original music. Tell us a little bit about that.
What do you want to know about it?
Well, I have zero musical talent. I've talked about this before on the show with our other performers. I mean, I was in 8th grade still playing piano, and my competitions, I was against the first graders. That's how low level I was. Like, I have no idea how to even begin writing a song, playing a song. So if you could tell us about your process or what it means to write an original song.
Honestly, I have a very weird process when it comes to writing music.
Okay.
So first I started out writing lyrics and didn't really know how to do that with guitar or anything. But then I started writing music to go with the guitar as well. And so basically now when I write a song, it's kind of just like either I'll start with a lyric that I like and find a guitar progression that I like.
Well, I heard that that's similar to what Taylor Swift does.
Oh, really?
I heard that she like writes her lyrics as a poem and then puts the music in, which is really interesting.
I actually do it more the other way. Like usually I'll do the guitar part first and then like build off of that.
Interesting.
It depends though.
Well, you're a part of Limelight Records,
Yeah.
Which we've had a lot of people on the show from there. And what does it mean to be a part of them? What does that, does it take you to the next level? Do they represent you? How does that work?
They do represent you, and they try to find you places to play, as well as get you into the recording studio on campus. And
do you have to audition for that?
Yeah, you do have to audition.
Is that extensive or?
It's basically what I did was 2 songs, and you play them in front of the people who run it, and also just the other performers who try it out. And that's about it, and then they get back to you about whether or not.
Well, that's some good advice for some of our budding musicians out there at Elon. Well, we're going to hear 2 of your new songs that you've written recently. One is called Pitiful Earth, and the other is Nothing's Impossible.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, Sarah will be performing 2 original songs. Don't go anywhere. And now performing Pitiful Earth, here's Sara Boyk.
What are you searching for down this cold, empty road? What are you dying for when the hope's left cold? It'll make you burn like a fire in your soul. It'll make you feel like earth has become so pitiful. I've found puddles that last longer than you, and a heart that will burst 1,000 miles too. Does it make you burn like a fire in your soul? Does it make you feel like earth has become so pitiful? Drink a shot of whiskey to bring the fear down. It'll drive the rudeness deep in your core. It'll make you burn like a fire in your soul. It'll make you feel like earth has become so pitiful. Magic words saved you by fake light to the door. Before you realize it's all been repeated before. It'll make you burn like a fire in your soul. It'll make you feel like earth has become so pitiful. does it make you feel like the earth has become so pitiful? This next song's called Nothing's Impossible, and it's a new song. Feel the way the wind blows truth around. Feel the rocky earth beneath your tired feet. Keep on going, keep on going. Ooh, 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 ooh. Keep on fighting, keep on fighting. Ooh, 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 ooh. Dark times, so they lead to happiness if you let them be. Nothing, oh, nothing's impossible. Don't forget where you were before. Hindsight is clear. It can make the future clear. Keep on going, keep on going. Ooh, 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 ooh. Keep on fighting, keep on fighting. Ooh, 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 ooh. Dark times, so they lead to happiness if you let them be. Nothing, oh, nothing's impossible. Don't pick up the glass of wine. This time, greatness will never be trapped inside a bottle. So keep on going, keep on going. Ooh, 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 ooh. Keep on fighting, keep on fighting. Ooh, 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 ooh. Dark times, so they lead to happiness if you let them be. Nothing, oh, nothing's impossible. Nothing, oh, nothing, oh, nothing is impossible.
Wow, I know that you have two new biggest fans, me and Jordan. Thank you so much for joining us today, Sarah. Good luck with your future musical endeavors. That's all we have time for today, folks, but be sure to tune in next week and like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Until then, this is ETalk.